to make. SB and Sean breaking through the noise, serving real talk, the genuine choice. No pretense, no hidden schemes, just sports passion fueling dreams. From the field to the court, every play that's made. Real takes over fake debates. Turn it up, hear the honest sound. Unfiltered sports all year round. Discussions pure, no masquerade. Real takes over fake debates. Turn it up over fake debates. Real takes over fake debates. Real takes over fake debates.
And we are live. Sbtalksports Sean Webb. Real takes over fake debates. It is Monday. What is going on, Sean? How you feeling, brother?
Doing good, SB. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to everyone out there.
Yeah, happy past love day. Allegedly it's a holiday today. Happy whatever day holiday. I don't know if it's President's Day, whatever holiday. I will keep up with it. It's just another. Sean, I'm just saying it's different when probably me and you was in school. It's just about any reason to keep these kids out of school. I love seeing my daughters all the time, but by God, how many days out of school you gonna have off? President's Day. What the president got to do with my daughter's education, I don't know. We figured out at a later date, but yeah, she's out of school for this too. I don't know how. And also, Sean, the crazy part about it is, I think my daughter's in a charter school, so she got 2 days off of this. So she off Monday and Tuesday. My daughter went to school to Wednesday.
Yeah,
I don't know what the President's Day got to do with having 2 days off of school, but I was in school during President's Day. I'm sorry. I don't know what's the difference. So I don't know about you. Was you at school during that time?
I think we had that day off, if I'm not mistaken, because
did you have 2 days off?
Not two. President's Day was considered a school holiday, so yes. But happy President's Day out there to everyone except for the current dude in the White House.
I mean, I feel you on that. That's part of being American. You gotta let your feelings go. You gotta let them know how you're feeling and stamp your flag down. But we got a lot of things to talk about, Sean. We got to go to football first, but we got to go into how bad this All-Star weekend is. We also got to go into football because we got some breaking news that has been going on within the Cincinnati organization. And after that, we got to talk about it's after All-Star weekend. We got to do our NBA team preview of what is the concern of a team coming out of All-Star weekend. Because everybody got the concern. Because now you got to, after All-Star weekend is pretty much the do or die situation. You're a championship contender, you're a play-in contender, or you are a team that needs a tank. And around this time of year, you need to realize who you are. And the problem is that we have that a lot of teams don't realize what they are. But let's go into the football first. We got Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals won a long-term deal with Higgins. Will likely use the franchise tag if needed. And also, Joe Burrow has came out and said about the Philadelphia Eagles that they paid everybody on the team. So maybe hidden that he might take a pay cut. So, Sean, my question to you is, will Joe Burrow take a pay cut to add more players to his team? And also, is franchise tagging T. Higgins a good or bad decision?
So I'll answer the second question first. If the Bengals want to keep T. Higgins off the market, the best way to do that is to franchise tag him. And again, last season they did it, but they didn't do it necessarily with, I think, any real intention to sign him to a long-term deal, which is what he wanted. Now, if I'm T. Higgins, I know he said, he'd be willing to take a little less money to stay with the Bengals and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea. If I were the NFLPA, and I would probably discourage him from doing that because that's not the way the market works.
I would too.
Get as much money as you can because you have a finite time to play football. And again, he's got to make the decision that ultimately he thinks is best for him. So I'm not telling him what to do. I'm saying from a financial perspective, get as much money as you can. And if he hits the open market, he is going to be not only probably the number one player or receiver on the market, the number one player on the market.
Yes.
With several teams bidding for his services. The other piece for the Bengals, and I'm just speaking about the Bengals historically, they're cheap. They've always been cheap. They literally don't have a real practice facility. They literally have to cross a street where traffic is to get to the practice field. So they're cheap. And do I expect Mike Brown to now all of a sudden become, anything other than Scrooge McDuck? No. So because not only do you have to pay T. Higgins, Trey Henderson needs a new deal. Jamar Chase is in the last year of his deal. And it's time for those guys to get paid and to get paid at market value. So I know Joe Burrow mentioned the Eagles. What he didn't mention and what he didn't say is what the Eagles do is they get out in front of these deals. They don't wait.
And when you get in front of those deals, it's cheaper money than what you pay if you wait.
Right. Because again, yesterday's price is not today's price. So at the end of the day, the Eagles do the smart thing and get out in front of these deals. Jordan Davis, for example, is extension eligible this offseason. Yes. You think the Eagles are not going to pay Jordan Davis?
You got to pay him.
Right? Knowing next year they're going to have to pay Jalen Carter when he's extension eligible. That's what the Eagles do. That's why it works. And they write big checks so they can keep the cap number low. So these guys are getting these, huge checks up front for signing these deals. Jalen Hurts' cap number is $21 million this season. Think about it. The Super Bowl MVP, your starting quarterback,
$21 million is a lick for you.
That's your cap. That's your cap number for him next season. That's what the Eagles do. The Bengals don't operate the same way the Eagles do. Mike Brown has never been that guy. So, all respect to Joe Burrow, know who you play for. Simple as that.
Hey, Adam John, 100%, and we praise the Eagles for this. He said the Eagles has a better blueprint for managing the cap money. The Eagles have a better blueprint of managing talent, cap money, bringing the talent in, when to move talent out, and everything, bro. And me and Sean have argued this point about the Eagles. No matter how you thought I feel about Jalen Hurts, and I love Jalen Hurts, he's still one of my top 5 favorite quarterbacks. And even Sean feel about Jalen Hurts. He feel that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. But as the Eagle organization, they have been the best ran franchise in this decade. And people need to accept that the Eagles are the best ran franchise of this decade.
But listen, let's give it a bean. They've been the best run decade of this century, best franchise of this century, of this century, because all of their success is not tied to 2 people.
No, they can switch. Sean, the Eagles have switched coach, quarterback, coordinators, defensive players, wide receivers, running back, O-linemen, and they still succeed. Right. They still succeed. That's what y'all don't understand. They switch anybody for okay, you know what? We're gonna get rid of Vic, Jalen Hurts. We're gonna get rid of this running back, Saquon Barkley. We're gonna get rid of the Kelsey brother. We're gonna put somebody else in position. Oh, we lost a cornerback, we're gonna bring Cooper DeJean in. They get and mind you, Sean, the crazy part about it is, which I'll have praise, and I've seen a video on this, so I'm not gonna take credit like I'm just speaking the gospel, like I figured this out. Everybody they brought in, somebody said something bad about it. So it's not like as much as and even with me, as much as I see the talent and be like, bro, the Eagles stacked team, But when you go back and look when they brought the player in at their time and to actually seeing them on the field, people criticize the move. Why would you bring a white corner? Why would you bring him in? Saquon Barkley, why would you pay him that much money? Jada Hurst is not that good. AJ Brown's like every day one, it was something bad to say about him. So they see them on the field and it was like, oh no. It's something different.
But it's the idea, and again, this is where Howie Roseman, but to a certain, even to a greater extent, Jeffrey Lurie, who's on the team now for 30 years, has to get a lot of credit. Is he doesn't overly get involved in the football stuff. He trusts the people that he brings in to do the job. He's hired a few head coaches and largely gotten it right, but also understanding that players have a finite time to play and ultimately to be great. So again, for me, in my humble opinion, what they do well is they draft and they bring guys in for positions they don't necessarily need to bring someone in. They didn't necessarily need to bring Saquon Barkley in because crazy as it kept, DeAndre Swift had a good season last year.
He did.
Have a Saquon Barkley season, but he had a good season. It was more of a, hey, there's an opportunity here to upgrade at this position. The Giants are letting him go clearly. I think this is something that will help us, and clearly it did. When they drafted Cam Jurgens, they didn't need a center. They had Jason Kelce, who was still an all-pro. But understanding Jason Kelce's not going to play forever. When they drafted Dallas Goedert, they had Zach Ertz. Understanding Zach Ertz is still playing.
Yep.
But they understood this is the nature of the business. This is how you do it, and get out in front of it. And so that when they drafted Jordan Davis and they drafted Jalen Carter, they had Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox was still playing at an all-pro level. So that's what they do that a lot of people don't really understand. They don't wait. It's like, hey, listen, we got a chance to add talent, young talent. We're going to be aggressive and going to get that talent. And that's why they're doing what they're doing now. And that's why people feel like they're set up for really.
They set up to win for the next couple of years.
For the next 3 to 5 years because of how they do business. So, but we don't want to make this an Eagles thing. We're
making Eagles thing, yeah. Also, I want to shout out to Legion. Nick, shout out Legion. He said that the super chat, send out super chat. Salute. He said, salute, buddy. Appreciate you. I never want to see Montes Buzelis in another dunk contest again. Your Bulls are a disgrace as a major. I can agree with you on that. And actually, your Knicks, see, look, me and Legion had this thing been going on for like a couple of years where we come in each other chat, talk crazy about your team. Actually, you got it this round. Your Knicks are good. I actually believe in your Knicks. I hope the Knicks win the Eastern Conference and make it out the finals. If I had to pick a team that I want to win, it's the Knicks. Everybody knows that Derrick Rose retired. Jason Tatum before Derrick Rose retired, honestly. But it's just Derrick Rose slowed down. Jason Tatum is my favorite player. But the problem is I would never root for the Celtics. I cannot do it. It's not in my blood. I want y'all Knicks to win. But it ain't going to happen. But don't worry about it. We're going to be good. You got it now. And I don't want to see Montes Buzelis in the dunk contest again. Salute to you for the super chat, too. And also, speaking of when the super chat's back, I appreciate all you guys watching and supporting Real Tech So Fake the Base with me and Sean. We are back action with the monetized. Well, memberships will be coming soon. It's going to be a lot of things that come with the membership. When we get the membership going, we're going to do giveaways. So when the membership is up and active, please become a member of the channel. It comes with benefits. It comes with perks that a lot of people won't have during the channels. And also, y'all might be able to control me and Sean's show. Guess what? Hey, look, you're a member. You know what? I want Shaq and Sean to talk about this. Hey, I want Sean's opinion on this. It could be in any topic, not necessarily sports. So be on the lookout for that and be ready to join that. But also appreciate you, Legion. Salute, Go James. Obviously, tip in the chat too, by the way. But Sean, we got to go into the next thing. I think Kevin Durant has lost his mind. And, we have praised Kevin Durant before on this podcast where he actually said something great. But this one, he has lost his mind. And we gonna talk about it real quick. I want everybody to see this tweet. Hold on, give me a second to move this out the way. Give me a second to move the title out the way. But Kevin Durant has lost his mind. So, Sean, and Kevin Durant tweeted because obviously it's been a lot of controversy about the All-Star weekend because it was trash. And I know you didn't watch it because I texted you that your boy Tyler Hero won. And the first thing Sean texted me, if you think I'm lying, because I'm going to pull my phone out because everybody would say I'm capping. I text Sean a gift. Look, if you look and see my phone, you see this gift? I know y'all can't see close. That's Tyler Hero. Sean is literally right under here. It said, not watching. Not watching. So I know Sean didn't watch it at all. This is exhibit one of the problem. Kevin Durant tweeted, I think it's more fun to complain about the NBA than to actually watch it. Crazy. Cancel the All-Star weekend and let's give everyone a break since we're miserable around this time. Kevin Durant, KD, you are one of the greatest basketball players ever, greatest scorer ever. Have you not watched what we have watched on the basketball court? We are not complaining to complain. It's trash. The All-Star weekend has been trash. What are you not understanding? This logic, this mindset. Are you corrupted? Put the blood down. I know you smoke, KD. Put it down. Because if you can't see what we're seeing, we literally seen an All-Star game where a team scored 211 points. Trash. We seen a dude come off the bench and drop 50. Trash. We seen the team almost shoot 100 threes on their side alone. Trash. This is trash basketball. Now you begging for a break, but y'all be begging for more money? Are you kidding me? Are you what, bro? I don't know what you rolling in that, but you gotta stop, Sean. He has to stop. He said it's more fun to complain. No, the product is trash. It's trash, Sean. I don't understand what they said, bro. It was more, and I sent Sean another screenshot, and I'm gonna show y'all my text. I sent Sean a screenshot. I know y'all can't really see it, but it was the picture of the somebody timed the whole All-Star break. They literally said it was 2 hours worth of ass, 45 minutes worth of Kevin Hart, 10 minutes of basketball. Adam Silver should be ashamed. Trash. But it's fun to make fun of the NBA. This was trash, man. It was trash, Sean. But I'll let you go. But my logic, it was trash.
So let me say a couple things. I'm one of the few people who probably, for the most part, defend Adam Silver, particularly around this topic. Mm-hmm. Because at least I can say Adam Silver and the NBA offices are not sitting around and just saying we're okay with where things are. They're trying to find creative and unique ways to address the All-Star weekend, which is what you saw this weekend. Mm-hmm. Many people have been in relationships. If you're in a relationship with someone and they are complaining about something going on, you cannot waste time focus on the fact that they're complaining. Mm-hmm. Spend time focusing on, is there some validity to what they are talking about? Kevin Durant's tweet tells me he is, in this very moment, he is not focusing on, is what people are actually saying true? Is there some truth to this? Because there could very well be some truth to this. You may not like the fact that people are coming down on you and your fellow players in the league. That's fine. But let's put the emotion aside and let's get to some hard facts and some hard truth. Mm-hmm. Is there some truth here?
Yes.
To the product being trash. And I think anybody who's being objective will say, yes, this is not it. But we didn't just get here last night. This has been trending this way for some time. And again, I think there are a lot of folks at fault. I think the players have to take their share of the criticism. I think the league has to take its share of the brunt of criticism. I think the media has to take its share of the criticism. I think the network have to take their share of the criticism, because to your point, SB, the graphic, when I saw a clip and I didn't watch it because I said I wasn't gonna watch it. I'm a man of my word. If I tell you I'm not gonna watch it, I'm not gonna watch it. And I didn't watch a minute of it. But I saw a clip of Kevin Hart with Kenny and Shaq and Ernie and the players on the floor. And he's saying, and Kevin Hart saying something about SGA, and SGA is like wrap it up. Let's go. Like, what are we doing? Because again, the problem.
That was mid-game, Sean. That was mid-game, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. So
mid-game,
you're not doing the players any favor by, the constant stop and start because of all of the commentary and things of that nature. But players, here's where you have to take accountability. And that's the key word here, accountability. You're a big part of the reason why it got to this point.
I swear.
Because again, the format changed because they were looking to try to create something they thought might be more competitive. And again, for me, the problem is that this has been a slippery slope for a long time. And apparently last night and this weekend was a continued microcosm of what we said last year at this time and what we said the year before at this time, that the product and the competitive spirit is not there.
Nope.
It's not there. To the point that you see people like Zach LaVine and others tweeting about maybe I need to get in the dunk contest, because again, the fact that someone who's not even on an NBA roster has to come in and
do the job for you
and do the dunk contest because y'all either don't want to do it or you passed your prime or whatever you want to call it. That's part of the problem. But it's not going to get any better anytime soon until the people who are out there decide, hey, listen, I'm coming to play. I'm coming to hoop. I don't care about all that other stuff. I'm coming to play. Now, I understand it's an exhibition, but maybe it's just me and how I'm wired. I don't care if I'm playing spades with a 2-year-old. I'm not.
I'm coming to win, dog.
Yeah. I don't care. Like it's. I want to win, and I don't want anything to help me. And please put up E's last comment.
E's last comment. Give me 1 second.
I rock with you, but I totally disagree. These guys are multimillionaires. How is more money going to give them greater incentive to compete? They're already multimillionaires. So again, it's not even the money, it's the attitude. And it's the entitlement. And it's the thing of, I really don't have to do this. I understand this is a showcase and I'm just kind of out here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
So I think that's really what it comes down to is they had to last year when they had to literally have Larry Bird and other guys, legends, go in the locker room and ask guys to go out and please compete hard. Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing it? Yep.
Why has it gotten to that point? So yeah, I just money's not going to be the answer. I don't think that's the answer.
No, you're right about that. And T.Y. requested from me. I don't remember betting you, but requested from me. No problem. If I did. Salute to everybody in the chat. But also, I wanted to get back to this point too. NBA All-Star Weekend, Sean, was trash. And part of it was the ad problem. And you said NBA players like SGA had to tell Kevin Hart to hurry up, because why are we everything they could have did, Sean, during the game? Imagine, I know it was bad. Like, I have this extra, like, I usually play like my game on this monitor, but since like I've been like editing heavy, I don't want to like always click the button to switch. So my boy that I work with gave me his extra monitor he wasn't using. So I use this one just like when I'm on gaming. So literally, I got my PC playing like the All-Star weekend. I'm playing the game. I'm literally not paying. I'm watching it because I feel like I have to watch it because that's what we do. I'm sitting playing the game on this monitor. This, I'm playing Marvel Rivals, whatever, cool. And then I look and see what's going on. I swear, every other round a second, it was more commercials more than anything. I watch more commercials than I watch basketball play because either I stop when I see basketball play. I played the game more and looked at commercials than I watched basketball. That's the problem. That's the problem. How if I even stop my gameplay and be like, oh, okay, and pick it back up. I felt like it was the opposite of time, Sean, where it was like the commercials took up the game time and the game time took up the commercial time. Literally, that's how I felt. It was terrible and it was full of ads. Trash. And the other problem is, why is a G leaguer who got more, let me tell you this, he has more dunks contest wins than he has dunks in the NBA game. Why is he the bright spot of NBA All-Star Weekend? But y'all players beg for more money. Y'all players beg that y'all get mistreated, whatever y'all want to use the excuse of, or the medicine we need to play time off. Y'all don't play as many games y'all supposed to. Y'all don't compete when it's time for the fans. But we better pay y'all more. And the ticket prices up high. The jersey prices up high. The shoe prices are higher. Everything y'all charging us more for fans of the game. But y'all giving us less product. Shoe prices are higher. Jordans, as much as y'all like Jordans didn't cost as much in the 90s and the early 2000s. Nobody would pay $200 for no Jordans during that time. I don't care about inflation. I'm even talking about just a product of what's going on because you charge it more because the product is better. Y'all not giving us, the product has not been the same. And I'm going to be honest with you, Sean. After the 2010s, product has not been the same. I'm going to go 2010s. Product has not been the same. It's been trash. It's been iffy if you want to go 15-ish. But after that, it's been terrible. Trash product all around. All around. Players, game management. During the season, they don't play hard. All-Star game be trash. All-Star weekend is trash. Y'all might play hard in the playoffs. And I really want to question the first round. If you really want to question the first round of the playoffs, I say second round, conference finals, and finals. That's when y'all play hard. Why do y'all work? Why do y'all should get paid that much? And I also think it's a problem with the league where it's too many guys that's in the league now because it pays a lot of money instead of love of the game. When everybody who used to play basketball from back in the days where people weren't getting paid that much money or getting paid that worth, where it's like I'm only really pursuing this life because I actually love the game of basketball. Basketball players are now making enough money where it's like, if I'm talented enough, I'm just going to do it. But I really don't love the game of basketball. And I don't want to lure nobody pay salary, but I think we might have to. Because I'd rather have a league full of players who love the game of basketball than a league full of players who are just playing the game of basketball because it's making enough money. It makes so much money.
I mean, again,
this is me.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a much longer conversation, and certainly, for the interest of time, there's not a lot that we really want to go into. But I'll just say this, and again, it's not that the NBA has never had problems. The NBA has always had issues. The NBA has always had problems. Every professional league, every professional organization, there's no perfect situation, right? But I think the one thing you didn't question at a certain point, for the most part, was whether or not guys on the floor wanted to play. Mm-hmm. And we're at that point where it's like, do you really want to play?
Yeah.
It's an exhibition, and I remind myself it's an exhibition. I've watched a lot of All-Star games. All-Star weekend for me has always been a big deal because it falls around my birthday. So it's always been kind of like something that I do to celebrate my birthday. And to celebrate is relative, but it's always been special for me. It's not anymore. I don't enjoy it, and I know I'm not the only one. I will not. I'm not one of those people that hate watches. I'll never hate watch. If it's something I don't like, I just won't watch it. And that's very simple for me. But I am an NBA fan. I'm a sports fan. I'm a basketball fan. I will always be a sports fan. But I cannot, in good conscience, spend 2 hours or 3 hours on Saturday night and then 3 hours on Sunday night watching the product that they're putting out there right now. And I know many people feel that way. And again, the problem with Kevin Durant's tweet is, again, is there some validity to what people are saying about what they're watching? The answer emphatically is yes. What is the fix? There's a lot that has to be fixed, but the first thing that has to be fixed is the people who are out there performing actually have to give a crap.
Yep.
They actually have to care, right? SB, we've done 144 of these podcasts so far. We actually have to give a crap because if people are going to take the time to sit and listen or watch or whatever, we have to care. We have to care enough to prepare. We have to care enough to show up. We have to care enough to make sure that what we're offering, what we're giving is right and true.
Yeah.
Even if you don't agree. So again, that is what it comes down to for me. These guys they don't care. They don't care. They do not care.
But they care when they want more money though. But they want more money out of us as fans. We better go buy their jerseys. We better go buy their shoes, or we better be this real fan that love the game. No, I'm not for to love the game if you don't love the game. I'm done with that.
Yeah.
You finna charge. I gotta pay $2,000 to see for me and my baby, me and my daughter to come watch y'all half behind. I don't want to curse on the pod, but half behind during the game. You got me messed up. Oh, we worked too hard for this. Y'all getting a little out of the loop. For me, this is my problem because everybody and Sean, my other problem is that they always complain. We just need to go to the East West format. We would never change the format if y'all didn't play hard. Somebody scored 50 off the bench, Sean. Off the bench, 50. And y'all scored 211 points in a game before. Stop talking to me about what y'all need. Honestly, I think, okay, let's get rid of the All-Star game, kid. I want a deduction. Whatever the bonus that y'all was going to get, I want to deduct it. And I guarantee you players will start looking, wait, whoa. You just going to take 200 and a quarter out of my check? Yeah. Y'all don't want to play hard? Fine. Vacation, enjoy it. Let me get that 250 out of everybody. Everybody. Anybody you gonna make the All-Star. If you wanna minus it for players who don't make the All-Star caliber team, cool, that's fine. They can take a little 50 ball. But if you are one of those top 20 players, I need 250 off the top from you. I guarantee you we'll play. No, don't take our money. We'll play. Because why do we have to do that? I think players are getting too spoiled. But also, next story. LeBron James is in the news again. Not shocked at all. LeBron James is in the news because LeBron James taking heat because he decided the last second to say he's not playing the All-Star game. He said ankle and foot soreness. And he cannot play, and he's preparing for the second half of the season with the Lakers run. I do not have a problem with LeBron sitting out All-Star game, but I do have a problem with how he went about it. And the only problem I have probably went about it is because he waited to the last minute and he could have gave somebody else he didn't give the NBA a chance. And it wasn't even no point in him even taking pictures because it comes off as selfish it comes off as I think I'm bigger than the league. It comes off as I still will be a part of the moment, but I don't want to be a part of the moment. And LeBron probably couldn't even feel that way. He probably generally was trying to push himself to get to the point to play and couldn't. But it's like how he went about it, it makes it look bad. I feel like once you think you 50-50, just say, hey, look, bro, I'm good. I'm going to sit out. Let Norman Powell get that 9. Norman Powell there. First time All-Star. LeBron, you've been there 20 years. That's the only problem that I really have with it. Like, I don't have a problem with LeBron sitting out because he hurt. That makes sense. Bro 40. And if not, you pushing for a different goal. The All-Star game don't matter. Y'all clearly showed us that y'all don't care about the All-Star game. But to wait to the last hour where they can't get a replacement for you, that's bogus, bro. I don't care who you a fan of. And if you telling me that even a fan of LeBron and you don't think that's bogus what LeBron did, you capping, bro. Let's be realistic. LeBron was bogus for what he did, bro. He was bogus. What was your reaction to LeBron getting heat for? Is they wrong for giving heat for a late decision, or do you think he was right?
No, I mean he just deserved because again, you mentioned how he handled it. I think again, give the league, give someone who might not have made the All-Star team enough time to replace you. It doesn't mean you don't have to be there, because you still would be there, and that's part of it. He would still.
Which
be
also,
there.
Sean, they say he flew in late, either Saturday. He flew in late Saturday, so he wasn't even there the whole time. He was there a day and a half, if that.
Right, and again, let's also just point out that one of the reasons why they changed the format, particularly post All-Star game, where again there's no games for 3 days or 3 or 4 days usually after the All-Star game, after All-Star weekend, was because LeBron was one of the main proponents talking about how long the weekend is and how players need a moment to recover before getting back out playing with their teams. So they changed that. So it's like you can't have it both ways. And again, this is not a come down hard on LeBron. LeBron's been doing this for 22 years. I pray next season is the last season, personally, but like this wasn't cool because again, someone like Norman Powell, who I thought deserved to make the All-Star team, could have very well been there. Domantas Sabonis could have very well been there, So and so I didn't particularly care for the way he handled it, but whatever.
Yeah, and I was saying too much. LeBron fans to be ready to attack. You tell the truth about him. Also, Draymond Green blast the new All-Star game format. Said it's ridiculous. And he gave it a 0 out of 10 and said it sucks. Do you agree with Draymond or do you disagree with Draymond?
Again, that may be true, but get to the why we have gotten to this point, which again, seems to be the disconnect for players and Draymond himself, who's been an All-Star. Get to the why we've gotten to this point. Why we got to this point? We got to this point because guys don't care. And you see it in the product on the floor. They do not care. I remember a few years ago watching the Rising Stars, not the Rising Stars, I'm sorry. It was the skills competition. And the guys would go out there and they would just be really casual going through the different obstacles and making the pass and it's like act like you care. Like Russell Westbrook has gotten a lot of criticism throughout his career, but the one thing when Russell Westbrook is between the white lines, he competes. He goes hard. So again, does it suck? Yes, but why did we get to this point? Focus on that. That is the bigger issue. It is not the format. It is why did we get to this point? We got to this point because we got a bunch of players who don't give a damn. And you see it. They don't give a damn. A bunch of entitled, spoiled-ass athletes who don't give a damn about playing. That's what you're seeing. And that's what we're tired of.
Say it again, bro. Say it again, bro.
Pardon my language. I'm sorry. That's not normally how I talk. But we are tired of this.
As fans of the game, we are tired of it. I can tell you I'm tired of it. For sure. You're not lying. You are not lying. You are not lying. I'm sorry, Sean. I only got nothing else to say on the topic because you cooked on that point 100%. But all I'm gonna say is you are not 100% lying, and they're not gonna realize until we stop putting our money into the product, and it'd be like, dang, why all the ratings are down, or why the money ain't matching it? Because I look, I want all the players to make as much money as possible. But if I have to stop watching the product and all of us have to stop watching the product to get the money back down to players not making us that much money, where it's like almost $700,000 contract to probably get back down to the $100 contract, and then some people be like, "Well, it's not worth it playing in the NBA." But I get a league full of players who only play basketball because they love playing basketball. I will take that. I would not to see another Ben Simmons again. I will take that. I will take that. Yep. I will deal with that. Dang, man, I wish y'all could make more money. But guess what? If we go over this X amount of money, then we're going to start getting those players who don't really love the game of basketball. I'm cool on that. I don't want no player in the league and then I got to spend my hard-earned money that don't love the game of basketball in the game of basketball, where it'd be like, we got to question if y'all can get in a dunk contest, question y'all can get in a three-point contest, question if y'all could just play like it's the summertime in the NBA All-Star game. Question if y'all going to play during the season. Because y'all let one team say game manage, which is the Spurs. When it happened with Tim Duncan, it was old. Because y'all want to blame who else ever? No, it was the Spurs, and it was with Tim Duncan, and he was old. They game managed because he was old. Y'all got players doing this now, bro. I'm good, bro. Kawhi, if you can't play, bro, retire. That's the type of energy I'm on now, because it's like, if you players don't care that much, why should I start caring as much why should I care this much as a fan? No, Kawhi, if I'm a Clippers fan, Kawhi retire. Retire. And then with Paul George, if you care more about your podcast more than you play for my 76ers, retire. And to keep the same energy for the owners, Reinsdorf and the Reinsdorf and the new owner of the Dallas Mavericks. If you can't pay our superstar and you rather get rid of our team, sell the team. Because you're gonna ruin the league and make it unwatchable. And it's going to get to a point, because bad enough the attention span is low of this generation now. People are not going to watch it. They're not watching it now. So I'm good on it, Sean. But let's go on to the next one, though. Draymond Green makes a bold take during the week. We got a lot of Draymond Green stories in, by the way. Sorry about that. Draymond Green make the bold take that the Warriors, after acquiring Jimmy Butler, will win a championship. I'm going to say this. I'm not mad at what he said, because that's what you expect somebody to say who's a competitor, who's competing for a championship, who has won multiple championships. Do I think he's out of his mind? Possibly, but last time we thought Draymond was out of his mind, they won a championship. So my quick, short story for this was that, like, I think he's out of his mind, but I respect it. I respect it. What about you, Sean?
I'm not mad with a guy who believes in his team. Mm-hmm. But you got to get out of the basement of the Western Conference first, right? So, because they've dug themselves a pretty good hole. So let's see if they can do that. Now, again, if they get in the dance, meaning they make the playoffs, the top 8, with Steph's history, with playoff Jimmy, obviously with, Draymond's experience, obviously Steve Kerr and his championship experience, who knows what'll happen, but in reality, is anybody betting on them to win the championship? Probably not. Unless you just want to give away money. And if you do, please drop it in the super chat. But at the end of the day, I'm never one to count out a team with veteran guys who've been there and been at the highest level. But I think there's a reality, and the reality of it is they're probably not a championship team. But again, I'm not mad with a player believing in their team. But it's there's a fine line between optimism and reality.
No, you're right about that. Also, Sean, Draymond Green's in the news again because Hall of Famer Oscar Robertson. He said, Draymond Green said the NBA is boring. And Hall of Famer Oscar Robertson had a lot to say about Draymond Green saying the league was boring. I want to see your reaction to this clip. And tell me what you think. Move back.
Well, Draymond said so much. Who cares what Draymond says? It doesn't mean anything. People. This is what I mean. One guy can say this, and one guy can say that. The game is what it is. People either like the game or they don't, and I think people enjoy the game, especially if their team can win. And you look at the basketball, it might be boring to him because if he's not passing the ball to Curry, what is he doing?
I agree. Triple single is
not to single that out because I think he knows how to play basketball, but he passes the ball to Curry more than anyone I've ever seen in basketball. And so it means a lot. So, it might be boring to him at times because for what he's doing, maybe it is boring when he's out there. He's not shooting a lot. He's not guarding a lot. So it's boring. Well, I don't.
Okay, the Big O had a lot to say, Sean. He said Draymond might think the league boring because all he do is sit and pass the ball to Steph Curry. So maybe the league boring because you ain't doing nothing but pass the ball to Curry, Sean. What you think, man? Is Big O right or Big O wrong?
So, the Big O told it like it is. But notice the first thing he said, Draymond says so much. Draymond likes to hear himself talk. That's why Draymond has a podcast. That's why Draymond is on TNT. That's why Draymond he likes to hear himself talk. So let's put that aside. The game is what it is today. But again, we didn't get here today overnight. We got here over time. If the game is boring, and you believe that, don't complain. Give us a solution so it isn't boring.
Yeah.
Because again, what he said was the game is boring to him. Okay, well, what's the solution to fix it? So, and he didn't offer anything, which is, to me, atypical Draymond. Say something so people will click on it and read it and comment on it. And it's like, okay, Stephen A. Draymond, thank you again. What's the fix?
No fix.
What's the fix?
No fix at all.
Right? We talk sports on this podcast. If we say, hey, here's an issue, maybe we can offer something that we think will fix the issue. All right. We just talked about the All-Star game. We've talked about the All-Star game going to a USA versus the world format, potentially that being a fix. Don't know if they're going to do it, but we talked about that being a potential fix. So don't just complain, offer solutions. Because
my solution is stop spending money to them. Just stop giving them money. That's my solution. Stop giving them money.
I learned a long time ago when I served in the Army that complaining without a solution ain't nothing but bitching. And ain't nobody got time for that. So at the end of the day, there's an issue. What is your potential solution to this issue? And that's what Draymond didn't offer. And I think that's why Oscar Robertson cooked him the way that he did.
Well deserved. I ain't mad at it. And I have to agree with you on that. My solution to y'all, hey, stop giving the NBA money. Once they stop seeing their money flow in and be like, hey, a product ain't making money as it is, we can get what we want. Next up, real quick, and then we got to go into every NBA team. Cleveland is likely to get the next WNBA team to bring back the Cleveland Rockers, or really just what you told me back pre-show.
Yes.
At the end of the day, Sean, I'm happy for any Cleveland. I'm happy for Cleveland getting a team, but if you ain't no expansion team should happen unless the Houston Comets are back. This is your Boston Celtics of the WNBA franchise. If you want your franchise to be legitimized, bring back the Houston Comets. That is your Boston Celtics. You can't imagine if the league slowed down, they get rid of Boston, and they build up all these teams besides the Boston Celtics or the Los Angeles Lakers. That is like one of the most historic franchises that you have. So I'm happy for Cleveland, but bring back Houston. But what's your reaction to this, though, Sean?
I mean, it's good. It means there's going to be more jobs for the talent coming out of college, women's college basketball, which has surpassed men's college basketball.
Which it has.
So great for that. But to your point, would love to see some of these other historic franchises come back. You mentioned Houston, Charlotte. Love to see the Charlotte Sting come back at some point. You know, I think it's important that, you know, but also not just come back, sustain. Because what we don't want to do is see, you know, these franchises come back and there has to be, you know, teams folding again because of, you know, money or lack of resources. So hopefully, you know, we'll see what happens.
I hope. I know they're not going to do the Lord of the Ram thing because they want more dunks. But what I want to happen, though, and I pray this happen, is that the WNBA start getting their teams together and everybody start doing good. And then I want a WNBA All-Star game when they play hard and look way better than what the men's basketball look. I hope they just outplay the men. Just to prove a point. Just to prove a point. All right, Sean, last story before we get up out of here is
can we pivot just a little bit with this, SB? Because I know in the interest of time, rather than address every NBA team's concerns after All-Star weekend, let's ask people in the chat, what team do you want us to address their concerns or questions after All-Star weekend? Drop that team in the chat.
Drop that team in the chat. I love it. That's even better. As Sean said, hey, look, any team that you have a concern with after All-Star break, drop the team name in the chat, and me and Sean will talk about that team. So give us a team name. Let us know who you got concerns with. It could be any team to make it even better. All right. First up on the list, Adam John said, the Milwaukee Bucks. Sean, I'll let you go first on this one. What's your question or concern for the Milwaukee Bucks?
The biggest concern for me is the integration of Kyle Kuzma. You know, what role is he going to play? I think they need him to be kind of their third scorer, certainly. But you know, how they're going to integrate Kyle Kuzma, because I think that's a massive concern. They did make a big trade, obviously trading Chris Middleton, you know, for Kyle Kuzma. They want to get more athletic, probably a little more scoring than they were getting. But how are they going to integrate him, and how will he play that role for them?
Okay, for me, Milwaukee Bucks it's not necessarily Kyle Kuzma, it's perimeter defense. Who are going to be that perimeter defenders that consistently lock down on the outside of the three-point line? I can't trust Dame. I don't know about these other guys that's on the team. I don't trust nobody else. So my problem concern is perimeter defense. Perimeter defense for sure. Hopefully the future of Philadelphia can get a team. Maybe possibly they can get WNBA team. All right, blue ball. Obviously, we covered the Bucks. But blue ball want to know about his Magics and the Los Angeles Lakers. I go first on this one. With the Magics, it's just health. It's just health. We're 100% just health. I want to see what you guys look healthy with Paolo, with Franz, healthy for a whole season. I don't want y'all to make any irrational moves this offseason because I just want to see what the team look like. We got to see what y'all look like. But what I'm thinking that y'all need is maybe like a solid PG. A solid PG. The Lakers, I would say build around Luka and accept the fact that this is LeBron last season, next season. Like at the end of the day, all eyes should be towards whatever Luka needs, because there's no move that you could make right now that will make y'all over the top. It's no big man that's available. It's no 3-and-D wing that's available. And it's no time to jail that him and LeBron could get together to be a championship contender team. So it's just with the Lakers, accepting the fact that any move you make for now got to be for Luka, and make sure you send LeBron off a good farewell because he deserves it. What about you, Magic, Lakers, Sean?
For the Magic, you mentioned the health. Their core three, who I think most people would agree is Paolo, Franz, and Jalen Suggs. Those guys only played 6 games together this season. So very hard to really evaluate your roster when those guys haven't really played together much this season. I do wonder if Jalen Suggs can be their point guard. I don't know if he is. if
I
he
like
can be their
the black
star.
kid.
Anthony Black, has
Anthony Black,
shown, he's shown some promise, in his second season as well. But I think the big thing is figure out your core three, because going into the offseason, I think they're probably one big move away from, putting themselves in that potential Boston and Cleveland and Nick conversation. But they need to see what they have internally first before they do that. And from the Lakers' perspective, getting Luka obviously is big, certainly, but you're on the clock. And the clock is you have basically the rest of this season and next year to show Luka you can build a championship quality roster around him, because he can be a free agent in 2026. And again, there are two teams that are circling for Luka right now. So if you're the Lakers, show that you can build a championship quality team and environment around Luka, because he's experienced that in Dallas. You got a year and some change to do that, and that's going to be the interesting thing for the Lakers.
All right, last one. Typically, want to know about the Houston Rockets, and basketball agendas want to know about the Houston Rockets. What you got, Sean?
For Houston, two things that really concern me for them. One, they kind of went into a slide the last few weeks pre-All-Star break. Can they get out of that? And their other piece for me is they don't really have a closer. They go through these scoring droughts, particularly in the fourth quarter. Can they get those issues fixed if they view themselves as a real their playoff team? But can they give some teams in the Western Conference some fits in the playoffs? Because if not, I think, again, they're kind of like Orlando this offseason. I think they're going to be looking to make a big move, and it could be someone who currently plays for Phoenix that may end up in Houston this offseason. But that's going to be their big thing for me, is getting those scoring woes fixed in the fourth quarter and finding, a real closer. And again, rebounding from that slide they've been on the last, few weeks. Getting Jabari Smith back, I think, is going to help.
Yes.
But let's see.
For me, 100%, I have to agree with you. It's more of like the closing scoring, the inconsistency score. I feel like who can step up and be that consistent scorer when the droughts come? They a young team. They get up and down the floor. They are great defensively, but if nobody shows up as a consistent scorer, I'm gonna just say this, and I know a lot of, if you are a Houston fan, I'm sorry to say this because I know y'all probably like Green. Be willing to give up Jalen Green to get that consistent score when you need it. That's all I'm saying. If anybody who's a liable person to give up Jalen Green. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I would make I'm saying he got to be a next level guy. Don't just give him up for anybody. But I mean, because especially you see how the Dallas giving up Luka for whatever you give him for. But that's just me. All right, Sean. Episode 44. Who you got?
Well, the logo, Jerry West, the late great Jerry West, and you see the hat, you see the thing behind me, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson. Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna show love to the logo, Jerry West. Also, is not just one of the greatest players of all time, one of the best GMs and guys who run an organization of all time. Because Jerry West, go back and look. All I'm gonna say, from the 80s to now, to see what teams that Jerry West had his hands on. A lot of championships that went through Jerry West's hands. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna show the logo some love. Appreciate you guys watching. It's been another great episode of Real Take So Fake the Base with SB and Sean Webb. And we will see you guys on Friday. We are out of here. Peace.